Charlotte comedians getting coffee in Charlotte.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm here at Waterbean Coffee in South Charlotte, and I'm here with my very good friend Grace Hauth. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Nicole.
Of course. I've been wanting to get you on for so long. Our schedules are just so crazy, so I'm so glad we got this little window where we could hang out.
Yes, we did it.
We did. Finally did. What did you get to drink?
I got a hot chai latte
Nice.
with oat milk. How about you?
I got an iced chai latte, but with a shot of espresso. So I wouldn't have to choose between coffee and tea. You know?
I should have gotten the extra shot. I forgot.
What are your thoughts on your latte?
It's delicious, and I thought I was going to be in trouble for not getting coffee because that's your whole thing, but it's fine.
Yes, totally fine.
It's fine. Nobody would have even known.
Right,
I
true.
could have lied.
Right, could have been like, that's an espresso. So Grace, can I ask, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
So I guess I was thinking about it the other day. It's about 8 years. Yeah, it's gone by very fast.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
And yet I've accomplished so little.
Grace Hauth is an active and busy and booked comedian at the Comedy Zone, for one, and all over like the neighborhoods around Charlotte, within the city center. Like you're busy. You have accomplished quite a bit.
Thank you. I've had so much fun with it. It's crazy how fast it's gone by, and I've been very, very lucky to get booked in lots of different venues for sure, like Duckworth and Comedy Zone. But like you said, there's so much comedy in Charlotte, and all the different like breweries and venues and doing don't tell shows. We're very fortunate.
We are. I
Yeah.
was very pleasantly surprised at how much comedy was available around us when I first started doing it. I was like, where do I think?
Right? I feel like Charlotte has really just exploded in the past few years with comedians, comedians producing shows and just giving a lot of opportunity. I feel like that wasn't here when I started even necessarily.
Same. Do you remember your very first time performing stand-up? Was it at an open mic or a showcase?
So it wasn't open mic, it was at Crown Stage.
Nice.
Which, looking back, I didn't realize I probably should have been more intimidated than I was.
Crown Station's a time.
Right?
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like, listen, did it go well? I don't even, honestly, I would have to say, I felt like my first few times were like mediocre at best. Because I took the class at Comedy Zone.
Oh, okay.
And I did the graduation performance, which is it's full of your family friends.
Right.
So they laugh a lot because they're there for you. But I would have to look back and say, like, literally, my set was mediocre at best. It was just so fun.
Right.
And it was just like, from then on, I was just like, this is it's like a challenge.
It is.
Like, can I do better than that? That's what I think I like left with, was like, I want to do well next time and not just have my friends and family laugh because they love me.
Right. Yes. Every so often we'll just be like, if I do a show and someone I know is there, and it's like, you did great. I always want to be like, really?
Are you sure?
I mean, you just feel bad for me.
Is this a pity compliment?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, have you ever felt like some crowds are just so nice that sometimes I'm like, were you guys just being nice? Or was I really funny?
Yes.
They're just like almost like sympathetic.
Yes.
And in the beginning, I felt like if you get up there and you're nice, it's like some people just give you credit just for trying. And I'm like, I don't want a participation trophy. I want to get really good at this.
I feel like I've had more often than not a very kind and supportive and affirming crowd that will come up and be like, good job, you're really good. And I love that.
Don't get me wrong. I've had times when people don't laugh and I've bombed for sure. And those are painful too. And the crowd doesn't feel bad for me at all.
Right.
But
Yes.
on the other hand, it's like I do distinctly remember in the beginning seeing comedians, like local ones even, just like go up and just kill. And then I'm like, wow, there's a difference between ha ha ha, you're so
and
cute,
like,
good job for trying, and like killing laughter where people are just like moving and holding their stomach. So that's where I was like, kind of like, that is my goal.
Definitely the spectrum is wide with
Yes.
the types of audience we're seeing.
Isn't that funny how we know the different levels of laughter? It's like you can tell. And it's even the ones that last short versus long. How long does the laughter go?
Right.
That's where you're like, okay, the longer the laugh, the better you did
Yes.
in that moment, in that joke.
I think when I first started, my focus was just getting through the set. And then,
Totally. Can I memorize the lines? Can I memorize my jokes?
yes.
That still haunts me. Because I'm too like I have to do it this way. But I've learned to try to get better with it, but it's just the way my brain is. I think I'm too type A.
I think it's because I'm a corporate girly by day. And,
Same.
Yeah. And so I think maybe it's a little bit of our like, okay, did I get all my action items? Did I get all my
Exactly. Did I check all the boxes on my to-do list?
Right. Did I get all the deliverables? Yeah, you're just
I will literally get off stage and be like, I know I forgot something. I know I did. And I look back and I'm like, I did.
Yep.
But it's like, who cares?
Right. Only us.
It doesn't matter. It's really, so it's like I should try to be more like in that moment, right?
Yes. And I do envy the comedians that are a little bit more intuitive.
Totally.
That kind of maybe approach either with an outline, but not like actual jokes. Like
Yes, same.
I love that they can do that.
I do too.
I think the reason I struggle is that I worry there's too much room for error.
Same.
You know?
But you know what the magic lies, I think? It's like when I find out that comedians that I think are the fluid ones, they're not.
No.
They're
They're the
actually
type
the
A ones.
methodical ones that make it look like they just came up.
Yeah.
That is where you're like, wow.
Whoa.
That's like the ultimate, I think, goal. Because when I find out it's all formulaic, when I thought they were just going off the cuff, I get almost like angry. I'm like, how did you do that?
Right.
How did you make it seem so natural?
Yeah, I just feel bamboozled. I'm just like, this isn't fair. Okay, this is a lot.
And then you look back on other sets and you're like, they were doing the same thing and making it seem equally natural.
Yes.
Every time. That is where you have to see that it is, for the most part, practice.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
Even the best.
Especially the best.
Right.
Yeah. And I also got to say, I love that you took a comedy class, because I didn't know that. But
Yep.
I was at a roast last night. I was a judge, and one of them
I love roasts.
See, I've never done them before or like sat in on one, so I was
Yeah.
like, okay, now I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Interesting. But one of the comedians had taken a comedy class. And so like the comedian that was roasting him was like, he took a comedy class. And I was like, oh, I did.
There is a little bit of that, like, oh, you took
Yeah.
it's a little snobbery, like, oh, yes, I didn't take a class.
Right. It's a lot of
It's
people that are just
interesting.
like, oh, you learned it in school. I learned it on the streets. So I'm just like,
Totally.
okay, sorry.
It's kind of funny. Yes. And I mean, I'm proud to say I took it. It took me out of my comfort zone.
Me
And I
too.
think a lot of people will share with you when they find out you do stand up that they secretly wish they could do stand up. And I'm always so encouraging. I'm like, then do it. Don't ever leave something like that undone if you truly want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I would hate for anybody to go through life saying, like, in their head, they wish they could have tried it, but they just were too scared to.
Right.
So I'm like, if you ever want to go to an open mic, let me know.
Right.
But I'm like, you have to write something. Don't just get up there.
Yes.
Because
Exactly.
that's terrifying.
Exactly.
With
Yes.
nothing.
I hate when people are like, I'm just gonna wing it. And I'm like, hey, no.
That might not be the best idea.
I've been to a few mics where it's been like a group of corporate buddies or whatever. Will go
Oh,
to
for
mic.
sure. They do the fantasy football, like,
Yeah.
punishment,
Mhm.
where someone has to get up and do it.
You don't make me do this, and you're just like,
I'm like, this
I
is-
don't. That is me. That is. Really
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Don't
You're
do
like,
that.
this, and this is, we shouldn't be subjected to this.
Right.
You didn't even prepare.
Right. Exactly.
But if you prepare and like then you bomb, I might still try to hang in there with you because
Yeah.
it takes a little courage. But if you didn't prepare at all, what happens happens.
Yes.
You deserved it.
True. True. People need to be humble sometimes. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I am glad to know that you've taken a class and that you're proud of it, because I am too. I took Lauren Ansley's class for women.
I love Lauren. She's a good friend.
I love Lauren.
Yeah.
And
And she's such a proponent of encouraging and supporting female comics, which is pretty awesome.
yeah, especially because we're like an endangered species.
It's true. A lot of shows I've done recently, I will tell you, I'm the only female on the lineup, and it's what it is. But I do enjoy when I have other females on lineups
Me
with
too.
me. So she tries to at least fill the pipeline for Charlotte Comics. I think we had kind of an influx when she was doing her class, and
We
you know,
indoctrinated so many of our friends. We did. We were
and
like,
life happens, but I'm sad to see that I don't see as many around lately. How about you?
I've noticed, well, one, like whenever work gets really busy for me, I kind of pull away from the mics and I pull away from shows.
Yes.
But lately I've been trying to be more like adamant about like, no, let's try to go to a mic every week just to practice and just like see people and connect.
That's great.
But I have noticed, like if I sign up for ones that are like pre-sign up only, I'll get bumped to the top of the list because I'm like one or two girls there.
Right.
And that makes me really sad.
I know.
Because I'm like, what is it? Like, because I don't think it's just that life happens and they're busy. Like, I do suspect that it's like, there's some other underlying reason. I don't know
You
if it's
think?
like the political climate feels really growy and misogynisty right now more than usual. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, like I suspect that it might be a little bit of just because I'm also hearing the material that a lot of like male comedians are coming up with now, and it does feel a little bit more hostile towards women, or just a lot more like
Really?
belittling of women than usual.
A little more divisive than usual.
Yeah.
Well, that's discouraging to
It
hear.
is. It is. And so many of the male comedians like that are local that might have a couple of those brilliant jokes will like off stage be very like kind, respectful to female comedians and still like put them on shows and stuff. But I'm like, oh, this feels weird. Which one of these is the persona?
which one am I supposed to believe?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah. So I also love that Lauren had that class for women, and it did really make me feel so much more safe working with female comedians, but also like writing with each other and collaborating with each other. I find more female comedians are a lot more supportive when someone's like, I've always wanted to try it. They're usually the ones who are like, let's go.
Oh, for sure. Yes. I always say that to female comics I meet out. Now, again, life happens, and so I'm working my corporate job, and it's hard to get out to mics, so I guess I don't feel like I meet as many people, but I feel like when I would go out and I would meet females, I'd always be like, just message me if you want to go to a mic, or if you want to, because I don't want you to stop doing comedy, because I want to see other females out there, because I think it's so important to have female voices on the stage.
I agree.
Because that's one of the things that women will come up to me after shows and just say, it's so nice to see somebody that's talking about being a mom, that's talking about being in middle age and doing all the things. And I think it's just to see that reflected is important.
100%. I think it's really important. I think like a lot of the reason people might say, I've always wanted to try stand-up, but it's not always nerves. I think it's a lot of like, well, that's just not something people like.
Right.
And it might be like they're brown or they're disabled or they're female or they're trans or whatever, but it's that representation matters.
It does. And I think it's shows for the better for it. There's nothing wrong with male comedians. It's nice to have diversity in the group.
Because your audience is diverse, right?
Yes.
Like, not everybody in the audience is like a dude. Sometimes there's girls there.
Right. There are a lot of times there are females there.
Yeah,
And a lot of times the females are the ones that bring their
They bought the
significant others.
tickets.
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's something that I hope does shift again.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe we'll call Lauren and tell her to do her class again.
Maybe we'll bully her about it. I think we should. But yeah, I think it does seem like there's a little bit of like a pendulum swing, right? So where it does seem like, oh, there's a lot of females all of a sudden. Oh, there's a little less. Or like, but it seems like comedy in general seems like a pendulum. It seems like sometimes we have a lot of shows going on, and a lot of mics, and a lot of opportunity, and like kind of it sways the other way.
Yeah.
Either audiences are not going to shows as much because the economy's weird, or like comedians are busy and can't put on as many shows. So it's been a challenge for me, has been trying to figure out how to ride that wave and not get like in my feelings. Do you ever, if you don't get booked for a minute, do you start to feel like, you know?
So, yes and no. I've been super lucky that I've had producers reach out to me pretty regularly, but I think I do, just like you, like there are busier times in my life where I've had to pull away. It's one of those things where it's worked out for me, because I have to put my priorities that are like my children and my family and then my full-time job, and I love comedy so much, but I can only do it so much without taking away from those other priorities, so it's so hard to do. But yes, I get what you're saying. I remember my first year in comedy, towards the end of the year, it was like Christmas, and I didn't have any shows on the books, and I was like, wow, maybe this is it. I was like, I guess, because in a way, I guess until you get to a certain level, I think when you're like a headliner and you're reaching out to clubs, you know, you're kind of at the mercy of like producers booking you. And so I was just like, oh, I guess I'm done comedy. But then the new year rolled around and I got booked again, and it was great, and you know, it was fine. But sometimes you also do have to put yourself out there, right? And make sure that you're available. Like Duckworth is such an amazing scene, and like, I mean, James is so great about offering guest spots, and like they just renovated, and I haven't seen the new space yet, but it looks like it's going to be awesome.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So, I mean, I feel like he has brought in this new like rejuvenation to the scene of like bringing in like really good comics that are kind of like on the verge of blowing up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that there are lots of opportunities, and I think maybe you have to not sell yourself short. You have to put yourself out there because you're incredibly talented.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means
Yes.
so much for me. Like, I admire so much, like, your hustle and your material and your work, because I agree, like, the diversity of voices is so important, but I especially love your comedy because, one, you're a clean comedian, which I admire so much because it's so hard.
Thank you.
But also, I love how you balance putting in material about, like, yourself, but also, like, your family and your kids, and
Right.
in a way that
They're my favorite topic.
yeah, and what I love is that, like, none of your material comes off where you're like, I hate my family.
I hope not.
It's sad because, like, and I was watching, like, Ali Wong's stuff recently. Like, she has so
I
many
love
specials.
her.
But I loved watching her first special and then the second, because in a weird way, it's like I'm watching the progression of her life, because it's like she just got married.
She was
She
pregnant.
was so pregnant. The second one, she was also pregnant, but
And
was
then-
like,
yes.
and then suddenly was like, anyway, I'm divorced.
It's so incredibly interesting to see the arc and her honesty
Yes.
and her vulnerability
Right.
with sharing. Because think of how many other women are probably going through similar things.
Yeah.
And it just like gave some levity
Right.
to it. And I think that's what we do.
Yeah, it's important.
right?
Again, that diversity of voices is important because also, like, I think it's a good balance to, like, poke fun at your kids in a loving way, but also be like, but they're my mom. And like,
Right, isn't
and
it?
also like love my husband, but sometimes like, you know.
Right. Sometimes it's hard.
Right.
And just knowing you're not alone, I think that's like really what we do, right? Is just let people know it's okay to sometimes have these intrusive thoughts.
Yes. I love your comedy for that reason. It does feel like a nice slice of your life that is, like, presented in a way that is so relatable, but is also, like, still, like, loving. Like, it's
you.
kind. And I love that.
Well, that makes me feel good. Because my kids are always like, because they're teenagers now.
Oh my gosh.
And I've been doing this for 8 years, so I started when they were younger.
Yeah.
And so the stories have also changed and evolved, but they're always like, I guess you're going to go tell jokes about me tonight.
How do they feel about it?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that they're fine with it. Sometimes they're like, well, don't tell that one. That one's embarrassing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well, that one's from years ago.
Right.
It's fine. We're past that.
Yeah.
Because I still sometimes tell some of the ones from when they're younger, but now it's more current.
Yeah.
But they're very understanding. They're still proud of me,
Right.
which I thought it would become more like, you're embarrassing. You're
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
But their friends think it's cool, and their friends' parents come to my shows. So whether it's because they're just completely curious, but I am lucky that I have a lot of support. Like I have a lot of friends that still come to my shows and still want to come. Whether it's because they want to see if I stink, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
true.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take the support either way.
Yeah.
Agree with me though that it's much easier to have strangers in the audience than people you know, right?
My real boss, new boss, came in my show last night where I was like judging the roast, and I didn't know I was gonna do like a little set at the top. And I was like, okay, and so like I did my set, and then afterwards I was like, oh my god, she's here.
You didn't know?
I told her about it in passing, but I didn't know she was actually gonna show. And then she showed up. And I was
That
like,
is mind-boggling. Like, yes, but so I'm almost glad if you didn't necessarily know before, because I feel like it's so much. There's so much going through our heads when it's people you know. Because to be honest, a lot of my stuff is based on funny stuff people in my life have said. Whether it's one of my kids' friends' parents. Like that's what's so interesting about being in my little suburban bubble, right?
Right.
Is that a lot of funny stuff is said all the time, and that's when I make my notes and I'm like, man, I don't know if I told a story about that person
Right.
tonight.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it becomes material.
yeah,
Because that's what's funny to people. It's the day to day,
yeah.
the real stuff.
The real stuff, especially when it is like something like you're a mom in the burbs, around other moms in the burbs, who will occasionally want to go for a wine night and go see a comedy show. And so when you're saying stuff, it's like, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's
Exactly.
important, you know?
And I'm like, oh, you're the one that said that though.
Exactly. Like I had a boss who like said a word funny, and that's like one of those weird things that just sends me into a cackle.
Oh,
fit.
a total. I have a hard time like with like resignation when people say that instead of it resonates with me, it resignates. I know that sounds so silly,
But it's specific and it's ridiculous.
but I don't want to be that person that's like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
So you're right. Like to let it go is the kind and
Right.
normal human thing.
You just nod and smile, and then you're like, I'm gonna do this at a mic later. Get ready.
I have a hard time with Salmon. So, yeah,
Salmon.
that
Yeah.
one's hard.
I've heard somebody say there's a lot of contention in the room right now, and I'm like,
Content.
I think you mean like just a point of contention. Makes sense.
Or tension, just tension.
Yes, just tension. That makes sense. There was this one kid who said
really
his
good.
favorite cheese was Parmesan. We were like adults, like could drive and vote and stuff at the time. And I
Like
was
legally able to vote.
yeah. And I was like, it was like a coworker.
I feel like you're the type of person that you can't keep a straight face, right?
I
So
tried
when
to
he said
have bangs
Parmesan,
for a
you
while
were
to just like, you know what I mean?
cover.
Yeah.
I don't think it worked.
It does
Because
no.
it's in the eyes.
Yeah. I've also thought about Botox, but I just don't have the budget for it right now. So one
You
day.
don't need
Thank you.
you don't even know. That's why female comedians need a community. We have to tell each other
Yeah.
that we're brilliant and don't need Botox.
Yeah.
And
a
to
rising
encourage each
tide
other.
lifts all boats. Yeah.
Right. Well, and because there's not enough of us around, because there was, when I was first starting, there was a little community of females, and I feel like we all kind of, rooted for each other. And things change, and
People move. And
Yes.
Yeah. And some people stop doing it or start doing it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's going through different phases. Well, like Tara Brown was a big female comedian on the scene in Nashville now, doing phenomenal. But yeah, she was a huge supporter of female comics. But yeah, it's just,
Yeah. Even my group of girlfriends, like we all started doing improv together first, and then we all took the stand-up class together, and we were all like super, super tight.
Yeah.
And some of us decided to lean more into improv and away from stand-up.
Right.
Some like took a break from both, and I jumped into this series as well as a little stand-up. But so we've all kind of drifted a little bit,
Yes.
and it makes me sad. But it's like, but we all like still love and support each other, but just like we
Yes.
can't hang out as closely, or we're not as
right.
tight as we used to.
I do love the idea of someday doing some improv. I feel like it would
Love it.
I feel like it would teach me a lot to help me with stand-up. I feel like stand-up's like my love, but I feel like everyone in improv is so like happy and supportive. And I used to always joke like stand-ups are so like jaded
Yeah, they're just, like-
and isolated
Yeah,
and like
100%.
and everyone in improv is always like so nice to
like
each other.
glee kids.
Yeah, because I was like, I might be like cosplaying as a stand-up, but like my spirit animal
Right.
might be improv. I don't know.
Right, because your vibe is just very like
I do. I
It's
do
very
love it, and I love watching improv.
Right.
I think it's so amazing.
yeah, it's
Because
fun.
you have to be so in that moment. You cannot like disassociate.
Yeah, and you can't really think 6 steps ahead.
No, because you don't know what the person you're doing improv with is going to say next.
You just gotta hope it's not like a
Yeah.
hate joke.
I want to do it someday when I have a little like I think it's near, but I want to try it.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I started because I didn't know anyone in Charlotte, so I wanted to like make friends when I moved here.
Yep.
So I made a lot of friends that way, but it did really help with like overthinking and like stage fright or just kind of like being nervous to like put myself out there, and that was really
Right.
nice. One thing I thought it would help me with, but it doesn't, is crowd work. Crowd work stresses me out.
Crowd work is. I mean, I feel like you would be really, really good at crowd
I
work.
just wasn't scared that they were going to make me stand out. Like I feel like I'm
you,
constantly like,
if you were trying to if you talk to them the way you're talking to me or talk to any of your friends,
right.
and I think that's what's the hard part is because we're like, oh, I have to say something witty or funny. They just want you to talk the way that you would talk to your friends.
True, but there's almost always going to be like one bad faith heckler that might just say something
sure.
stupid
Because
because
that's
like,
what you're worried about.
Yes.
For sure. That's what's in the back of our head.
yes, it's like Minesweeper. You're constantly like, I don't know which one of you is going to be like.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. Because sometimes the unsuspecting one is the one
Yeah.
that you're talking about.
Yeah, you're like, you seem so nice. What's the
Like,
deal?
but not really.
Yeah.
You're like closeted bigot.
Yeah, because you're one of the few comedians I know that works with the Comedy Zone regularly that has a long-running relationship with them. Like you took a class there and everything.
Yes.
Because I've noticed, and I've performed there a little bit here and there, but they seem like they have a very specific view or a specific crew that they like to roll with that are local comedians. How do you feel about the Comedy Zone and working with them?
Yes. I mean, let's be honest, like a great show at Comedy Zone, like you just can't beat it. That room fits like 350 people. It is awesome,
Yeah.
right? If you get to perform there, you're very lucky. I would love to be able to say that I know some sort of formula. I don't really know. But to be honest, I mean, I've gotten very fortunate with my opportunities there, but sometimes it'll be like 3 opportunities in a row in a month, and then I won't perform there for 10 months. So it's like, you just have to take it when it comes.
Right.
And I think the important thing there is show up go to shows, it's free for comedians. I don't know if a lot of comedians know that.
I didn't know that.
You go and say you're a comedian, and then you can go into the back and where they won't sell seats.
Oh, I see.
And you can go watch shows.
Interesting.
I mean, one of the, I think, privileges of being a comedian is you get to go see all of these comedians doing their thing.
To watch more.
Yes, and I mean, they get incredible comedians at the Comedy Zone.
Really do.
You can see a lot of sets, like Dave Attell. I've been lucky enough to be like I've done a guest spot on 2 of his shows. He's incredible. He did his set at the Comedy Zone before he filmed it. And a lot of these big comedians will come do their shows at the Comedy Zone and like as a dry run kind of.
Right.
And work out their material there, and then you can watch their specials and kind of see what they ended up taking out and what they ended up making better. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So my advice is just go there and like be there and be seen, and see if you can ask for a guest spot.
Right. First they say no, right?
First they say no, and you go see a great comedy show.
True.
So I think it's like putting yourself out there, and also go to Duckworth. It's amazing.
Yes.
And those opportunities there are incredible, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
The fact that I think he increased it by 60 seats, I think. Is that right? So
That sounds right, yeah.
So it might have been doubled now.
Yeah.
But, so like Duckworth is up and coming, and I think it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like the names are getting bigger. So it's kind of,
I think he's got it booked through like February or March already.
I mean, so he also has, you know that there's one in a venue in DC. And I mean, you look at the names there and you're just like, wow, like it's everybody that's important. That's like on the rise.
Definitely. Like, because every comedian kind of approaches stand-up for different reasons. It might be to like improve their confidence, meet people, network, or improve their writing and stuff. Is there anything in particular that you're like striving towards in 2026?
I think it's like I almost didn't give myself permission to dream big with comedy because I had so many other things going on in my life. But for the very first time, I just did a show in Spindale, North Carolina. Now that's in the middle of nowhere, but it's very cute. Ray Money did a show there, and he had me on as a feature on his show, and I did a long set, almost like it was like 28 minutes, very long for me. And I was like, I want to try to shoot to become a feature.
Yeah.
It's like I almost never gave myself the permission to think that that's something I should be able to do.
I'm in the same boat.
And I think why not? There's no gatekeeping in comedy. It's like just do what you can and like strive. And I don't know why. I feel like sometimes females do this a little more than males. It's like we don't think we're good enough. It's like we don't think we're good enough. I have to believe in myself, right? Basically, give myself the permission to try. And maybe I'm like scared of failing. I don't know. Maybe it's right.
Yeah.
But I said to Ray, I was like, nobody wants to hear me for 30 minutes. And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, you can do it. He's like, I know you can. I've seen you perform. And so I was like, why did he have to tell me that? I mean, it's so nice to hear, but I'm like, why is he having to tell me that I can do 30 minutes? I can't.
Yeah.
So I think that's my next goal is to, keep trying to get host gigs for hopefully, working comedian celebrities, whatever comes through, and then trying to become a feature.
Yeah, that's a good goal. I think I've also kind of done a little bit of internal inventory to kind of just figure out like, okay, what am I trying to do, or where am I at currently? And like, I typically don't put myself out. I'll just like wait till someone asks me to do a show. If I get posting gigs, I'm like, thank you so much, wonderful. Like,
Yes, it's like you're just so grateful, but it's almost like giving yourself permission to know that you can go out and ask and say, hey, this looks like a fun show. If you need a feature or you need, a comedian, I'm available.
Yeah, I think.
Do you do that?
I've tried occasionally, but like not all the time. I think especially when it comes to like venues I'm not super familiar with that are not in Charlotte. If I want to try to branch out, that's where I'm a little bit like, I'd like to try to ask, but I don't really know the approach. Because at least like here, we can be like, oh, I know someone that goes there a lot. I can ask them like what I should do. Right. But like trying to branch out is something I'm working towards, but I'm trying to figure out a strategy. And I think a lot of it is the like, well, I should be grateful for what I've got because some people have less.
Why is our mindset that way though? That's where it's like, I'm almost 50 and I'm like, why am I like still limiting myself?
I don't know if this is like an immigrant mom thing. You know what I mean? Like it's might just because my mom was like, well, you know what it would be like if you lived somewhere else.
Yeah. You're like you would be oppressed.
Right.
And poor.
Right.
And in a box.
Yeah,
like,
you're
is
lucky
it-
they give you a microphone, you know?
Exactly. They're like, I can't even believe they let you talk
Right.
in public.
That's crazy.
There's no reason for us not to ask for things that we want. And that's why I do get that whole thing that as you get older, you stop caring as much what other people think though. So I do think I'm kind of reaching that bit of a milestone in my life,
Right.
which is fantastic.
It is. Yeah, that's my favorite part of my 30s was going like, I suddenly care less than I did before about what other people
It's
think.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
And I always say now, like as I'm approaching 50, I'm like, I think it's just because I'm too tired. I don't know, I'm too tired.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think I
literally
probably
done.
would care if I was a little less tired, but I'm too tired.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to even like get up out of bed and function like a normal human.
And I love comedy because it doesn't feel like you have a limited time where you can approach it, right? Where it's like if you're a ballerina, like if you don't start at like
Right.
1 month old, like
No,
you're already
good-
behind.
Good point,
Yeah.
right? It's so true. And I do think as my kids are getting older, I'm like, part of my goal is I'm gonna have more time. So I might be able to do more traveling for comedy, which I've kind of limited myself to because also work and we have to get up every day. So like driving 3 hours to Raleigh on a Tuesday,
To get back
It's-
to work at 9 in the morning.
exactly. It's hard. It's daunting. You get home at midnight at 1, there's just not endless energy. So
Yeah.
that stuff has been a little bit off of my kind of way I've conducted my comedy. Like I've limited myself to local for the most part.
Yeah.
And I do go out of town sometimes on the weekends, but again, that's my time to spend with my family and to sleep on the couch and rest and all
Yeah.
the things.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, like branching out and doing more traveling and doing shows in different cities. Because if you've done shows, it is fun.
Because it's like part like vacation adventure. Part
Yes.
like I get to go do comedy.
Yes,
It's exciting.
it feels, if I can make someone like a room laugh in Charleston, it feels like a bit of a triumph.
Yeah. So you're like, you don't know me. You don't
Yeah.
owe me that much. You know,
Right,
I earned it.
exactly. Yeah, you're like, I'm not from here. So
Right.
anyway, those things are all good, I think, for developing our skills
Yeah.
too. So
Great. Thank you so much for doing this. I've had so much fun.
same.
I really appreciate it. So please make sure to follow Grace Hauth on Instagram so you can see where she's going to be next. And make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Okay? Bye.
Bye guys.